Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. I'm going to knock out some earth signs today. Starting off with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and 10th house stellium. 11th house. Dark side of the moon. Let's see what Capricorn needs to bring in for the dark side of the moon energy. Capricorn's got a new moon coming up to boot. So, boopity doopy doop. Boop 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 doo. Good. Ooh. Okay. Somebody had those cards yesterday. Not in that order, but like similar. Okay. This one. Speaking of you. Okay, Judgment. 9 of Cups. And then 10 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. The Star upright. 7 of Swords upright. Then you've got the Emperor upright, but then the Lovers in reverse. Death in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Wands in the upright. And then your underline. I should clarify this right now because I had a dream about this last night. So, Capricorn. I'm going to have to explain this to everybody else, but that's okay. We'll start with you, Cappy. So my underline, when I look at my underline, it's like the roots of the reed. It's where it's ingesting all the nutrients, right? And sending it up the tree and also taking in, there's a stoma. It's called a stoma. That's like right underneath the bark. The inside of the tree is actually dead. So it's like the stoma fluid that's being pushed up the tree from the roots so that it can take the basically it's sugar, breakdown of a sugar. The photosynthesis process creates a type of sugar for the tree to ingest. Okay, so this is the root system pattern where there's an upflow and a downflow. So there's a constant energy exchange even within the tree itself. So this is the underlying pattern. The 3 that I have here is the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength, and the King of Swords. So that's your foundation. That's your root system. Fucking rock on, Capricorn. So that's what's feeding you, and that's what's being sent nutrients from the reading. I don't know. I had a dream. Here we are. And I haven't been called to explain it to you. So this is your root system that you're operating with. Okay? So really solid foundation here, Capricorn. Nice. And I get that I think it's your heart's desire to get the F off the karmic wheel here. And this is the year to do it. So all the energies are in alignment for people to get off a karmic wheel and start fresh. Okay? And that involves a lot of independent energy, a lot of personal sovereignty, and an extreme amount of absolute and total self-control, self-regulation, self-respect, self-worth. It is about self right now, because if you don't have yourself in alignment, you're going to continuously make the horrible karmic mistake of trying to control everything around you, to control and manipulate the outcome that other people are trying to either con you into or you are trying to con them into. So we have this vicious cycle on the on the earth right now where there's a constant con game being either projected onto you or you're projecting it on to other people. Now, a lot of times it's both. And that's a really hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. Because if you're putting it out into the universe is going to hand it right back to you. So if you're receiving messages or manipulation tactics or being called into starting petty, stupid arguments or being called into handing your life force energy over to other people or not wanting to take responsibility for your own life force energy, all of these things are a mere reflection of each other. So if we can nip that in the bud and say, no, I'm going to take personal responsibility for myself, and I get to decide what's right for me. I get to decide what is really going to nourish my root system. Okay? What's going to nourish your root system and keep you strong and sovereign here? Intelligent, and you're weaving a pattern here. This is like really cool, Capricorn. Just saying. This is really cool because you are stepping into a place of sovereignty here. You're using your discernment, your better judgment, and it's coming from a higher self. Okay? I'm not going to use the G word. I'm not using the G word. I'm talking about your higher self, your conscious awareness of being present and in the moment and in your body. Okay? I'm not talking about some big sky daddy here. I am talking about your own personal sovereignty and you bringing that to the table. Okay? Now you are being backed up in this energy. Okay? But this credit goes to you. Okay? This is to your credit, not to anybody else's credit, because you made the choice to get into this energy. You made the choice to put the nutrients in the roots, okay? You made the choice to get here. So you need to give yourself credit for using discernment and judgment to keep your own personal sovereignty and your emotional stability. Now, it can feel like a burden. It can feel overwhelming at times. And when we're not used to standing in our own personal sovereignty, in our own personal integrity, and being honest with ourselves and with others, which is going to be your next challenge, we tend to feel an overwhelm because we're not used to it. We haven't been instructed how to handle it, right? How to take on all of that responsibility for our own personal being. All the while not taking responsibility for other people's BS. Okay? So you are responsible for how you feel, how you act, how you behave, your belief systems, all that has to do with you. That is your responsibility. And you are dumping all of the other stuff and closing off the toxic cycles that are overburdening you. The things that you're not actually responsible for, you're letting go of here. Okay? And you're not putting any more work into it. You're like, I'm done. I'm done. I have my own dreams and ambitions to follow here. I don't need anybody else coming in and telling me how I need to conduct myself. Because I have something very valuable to bring forth to the table. And you're starting to really understand that. But now you're stepping into fear. Now you're stepping into, I'm scared to bring this out into the world. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my nest eggs. I'm afraid that, giving up these eggs is going to cost me too much. And you couldn't be more incorrect. So when we have the fear, the state of panic, we can always use our breath to come back into our bodies and ask ourselves, what are 5 things that I can see? 4 things that I can hear? 3 things that I can touch? 2 things that I can smell and 1 thing I can taste. That brings you immediately back into your body system, okay? That's where you need to be in the present moment all the time, okay? That's gonna negate the need for this to come in. Because when we're in the state of fear, we tend to step towards a storyline that A, doesn't belong to us, B, has no business coming off the tip of our tongue, and C, is going to cause more damage than we can possibly fathom. Okay, she's got 2 little, not sure what, those almost look like mockingbirds. She's got 2 little mockingbirds flying above her head here. Choices. Which path are you going to take? Okay? So the outcome here, the energy that is power and authority. So you're not going to choose to lie, but because you're choosing to be honest, this gets turned upside down because something was started in a false premise here, and I don't have any prior read on this, but something was started falsely. Maybe this was based on a lie. Fucking shit happens, Cappy. It's okay. So this is gonna roll out slowly, and you're gonna heal, and then you're gonna have choices. Okay. So this could be a bond you have with yourself that you see that you betrayed here by taking on too many responsibilities outside of yourself, and now you're like, you had to like just and let all that stuff crash off the back. And now you're like, I'm not moving. I need to sit here and contemplate for a hot minute about what I really want, what I really need, and what's going to serve me, and what my purpose here is. What I'm supposed to be putting my time, energy, and effort into. Okay? And it's definitely not this. But I see you sitting here with your dream, your hopes, your aspirations, and you're looking directly at this going, shit, that's the one thing that's blocking me right now. But you're coming clean here. You're stepping into a place of integrity and power and strength and courage. Okay? Remember, this is at your foundation, Cappy. This is at your foundation. Okay? So, here's your wheel. Okay? You just have an opportunity here to get the F off, okay? And you're stepping into that. And yep, this is going to be topsy-turvy for a hot minute. Consequences. Shit happens. But it's going to be it's going to be way more gentle than if it were to come in directly like this and then completely, okay? So, it's going to happen slowly. It's going to happen in a gentle way, and you might be able to recover this because this is healing. When we realize that we fucked up and we can come clean about it, oftentimes the karmic cycle that we're looking to heal from automatically negates itself and says, okay, you're being honest here. You did the right thing, right? By coming clean, okay? And expressing yourself and healing through this, okay? Because you're standing in total integrity and power right now. So you're admitting what the fuck's going on. You're understanding that these things that are stopping you from manifesting your dreams are the things that just need to be healed. They just need to be healed. And then the world is yours. The world is yours. Your options open up again. Because this isn't blocking you any longer. Okay? So instead of doing the guilt and shame thing and so many times, like in this cancel culture stuff or whatever, So many times people are so discouraged from actually being genuinely, authentically sorry because of vitriol hatred that's projected onto other people. Oftentimes by people who probably have done worse. So when you're receiving like backlash or whatever for screwing up, the people who tend to be on the forefront of it are typically the people that are like, oh my God, you probably don't want to know them on a personal level, right? And we see that so often play out. So I would negate the naysayers and just accept the fact that this has a silver lining. Every bad choice that we make has a silver lining, and it's simply there to instruct us. Okay, you see what happens, Larry? Let's not do it again. Just don't do it again. That's it. That's all. You don't need to sit in guilt and shame and whatever else. I know I don't see you doing that. It might be a little bit of wallowing over this, but we'll clarify. I think your karmic wheel of fortune is ready to get out of your root system, though. That might be for next read. Okay, can I get the 10 of Wands here in reverse? Whoa. Woo. So the Ace of Pentacles. Ah, and the 10 of Swords, enlightenment. Okay, so this is just an opportunity to look at that, make amends. Okay, this deck of the Tarot of the Abyss has two 10 of Swords. So this symbolizes enlightenment, coming to the truth of the situation and seeing it for what it is and looking it in the face and really coming to peace here and understanding and wisdom. That's what the owl symbolizes. So, and the old man, he symbolizes wisdom, stability, practicality, and old people, they're freaking walking archives, right? So you're coming to the truth of the matter that this is just a collection of experiences that are fulfilling you in a particular way to fuel this. Whatever this is, this enlightenment had to come in order for that star to be here as well. So you had to step into that energy because it's an opportunity for growth here. Okay? You can't have these moments and then expect this to come to fruition. Or you can't live without these types of moments, these types of, like, this is too much, I need to unburden myself, come to a massive, massive awakening and enlightenment that this is just an opportunity for learning. This is a collection that you're going to use in some way, shape, or form to create wisdom here. And probably has a lot to do with stepping into this power. Okay? So don't shame yourself for taking on shit that wasn't yours. You had to see what it was like. And it might be you trying to help other people that are burdened with other people's responsibilities and not even taking care of themselves. So it might be you coming into that understanding and alignment that, hey, I'm going to use this tool and this gift and this opportunity to really bring forth to other people that, yep, this is okay to say no to this. This is actually a good thing. Okay? Let's get the 8 of Pentacles here in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles. Ooh. Damn. Okay. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. The Sun. King of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 4 of Cups. You have the Hangman at the bottom of this. It could be a Pisces for you. Or you could maybe notice the Pisces in your chart. What the heck is Pisces charts thing going on? Okay, anyway. So, the Sun, the King of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands with the 4 of Cups. Okay. This is my saying no to the supersized, toxic cup of soda in the drive-thru. Like, no thanks. You go ahead. I'm good. Because it's too much. So you didn't dump enough wands over here. But you are understanding that this needs to come to light and you need to step into your own personal sovereignty here. This dude, extremely stable. That's practically you, Capricorn. Stable, reliable, understanding, empathetic. And I know. Did she just say empathetic for the... Yep. Look at that guy's face. What a sweetheart. Legit. The depth of his knowledge and understanding how value systems work and holding space for all of it. He's holding the mountains in his hands. Okay? The mountainscape that's behind him, he's holding in his hands. Okay? And that makes up the value system. That's the values. That's what helps you over those mountains is your value system, right? As wounded as you might be, and as like you can take your cup of emotional BS and F off, because I got bigger and better things to do right here. So this might be for you. This feels like to me, because you unburdened yourself with this 10 of Pentacles, people are trying to come in and emotionally manipulate you back into taking on more wands. That's what this feels like. But you're staying in your power. You're like, but look what it did to me. I'm done focusing my energy on this. Because you got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse here. You're not working on this anymore. Yeah, I'm getting people are wanting you to step back into that old role. Because now they're going to have to deal with each one of their wands. And you're like, no spank, Spanky. This feels like a total guilt trip to me. Be careful, Cappy. Okay. 7 of Swords. Alright. Here we go. Uno. 8 of Wands. Yeah, protecting yourself and pulling over this bullshit. 2 of Wands. Ooh, the Knight of Swords. Okay. So this is going to cause you a little bit of heartache and some little sleep. Ace of Wands. The 7 of Wands. Yeah. And the King of Cups. Okay. So you're going to have to use your emotional waters here to really pull yourselves through. Because you're trying to fly over it. You're looking out, trying to make a decision, but then you... Yeah, when you lie, it causes you to lose sleep, and then you gotta argue and fuss and fight over it, and then you gotta start over. You gotta... This is a little phoenix here. Burn up. Let those ashes be sifted through, and move on. Don't let that guilt and shame keep you stuck in that particular mode, okay? You have emotional integrity here. You have emotional stability as well. That might be stormy waters, but he knows exactly what he's doing. And he's using his emotional cup to navigate the water, okay? So, pairing your mental stability with your emotions, right? If you were to be on the outside of the situation looking in, what would you tell your best friend? Would you tell them to sit and wallow and feel bad and torment the shit out of themselves? No, you wouldn't tell your best friend that. So why are you doing that to yourself? It's a valid question. If you wouldn't tell your best friend or your beloved, hey, why don't you sit and suffer over this? Why are you telling it to yourself? Stop it. You don't need to wallow over this. You just need to learn and step back into the integrity. Get over that hump, because what's waiting for you is Pachaka. And I know it's got the Lover's reverse, the Death reverse, but the 3 of Swords mean in reverse is healing. You're going to start the healing process. It can't heal if you keep the lie going. Let's get the Death and the Lovers in reverse here. 3 of Swords thrown in if you want. Got one card. One card for a lot of energy? Really? Yep, I guess so. Okay. Oh, okay, that one fell out. Oosh. Handling like a champ. There's the Emperor again. Backing your ass up. Okay, so, yeah, Knight of Wands. Okay, somebody's gonna send you maybe a message on a telepathic level. That's what this card says to me. Maybe it's, I don't know, a message from your inner world, your spirit. I got the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords here. Moving to safer waters. So what's happening in this particular card is there is a figure back here in either a long dress or a long coat that's blowing in the wind, and they're sending this person a message via their little sprite. That's what I'm getting. It's a little sprite spirit. So telepathy, I don't know. It's totally up to you to interpret how this message is going to come in. Which is weird, because usually that's pages instead of knights. Interesting. I don't know. I'm giving this one over. I can't tell you what's happening here, but you might have a better idea than I do. But something from Spirit is telling you that this is the energy you need to be in and nothing else. Okay. Alright. My teeny tiny tarot hands can't handle it. Okay, so this is the message you're getting, that this is the energy you need to embody. Okay, so I don't know if there's a lot of Aries in your chart. Maybe look what house your Aries is ruling over on your chart. I have no idea here, but these are the clarifying cards for these two cards. Step into your Emperor energy. Oh wait, these are the two, the Emperor, or the Lovers and Death. Okay. This is not a toxic masculine energy, by the way. It's not toxic. It's in the upright. Okay, let's get the Three of Swords. Can I get clarification on the Three of Swords, please? Okay. Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I can't make this up. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay. So, you know what needs to be done to heal. Do it. Get your bottom whopping to safer waters here. Fly over this and like pinpoint where the source is and nail it. She knows exactly what needs to happen here. We got a lot of knights coming in. And I'm getting this is you possibly. This is more than just guidance here. This is more than just messaging. I'm getting that you're protected. So, because knights, they go to battle, right? They're not pages. Even though this feels like a page to me, this feels like protection. A message of something to protect yourself. I don't know what's going on right now, Cappy, but like, you got the Emperor here twice, the Lovers in reverse, the Death in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're being protected here. Something. So this fear that you're feeling, don't let it overwhelm you. Step into your own sovereignty and power and handle this because you're protected. So whatever you're fearing is going to be the outcome, you're going to heal it and fly over it safely because you've got a great foundation here, and then the world ends up in your lap. Okay, Cappy? And then this is at the bottom of the deck. Justice. So, it's not this way, it's this way. In the upright. So, boom shakalaka. Okay? Alright, let's read a little Spitfire here with the Star Dragon Oracle cards. What do we have for Capricorn? Okay, not half the deck, Cappy. I love you, but no. Okay. Distraction. Releasing your... Oh, jeez. I don't like this card. Do not set shit the fuck on fire, please, Capricorn. Thank you. You're more emotionally mature than that. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Orion. Descend upon and smite your enemies with vengeance and furious anger. Let it out. It's been bottling up inside of you, and the time has come. Unleash the beast and leave the town smoldering if necessary. You've been holding it in for a while. Find some constructive or destructive outlet, preferably the latter. Burn it up, harness your inner goddess Kali, and destroy, smash, tear things apart, and reckless abandon and wanton in disregard. The time has come to annihilate the old world to make room for the new. Destruction is part of creation. Let it burn. Release your anger and destroy what no longer serves in your life. Tear it down, the old, so that you may be renewed and restored. Smash things to pieces. Break it down to build it back up. Let it out. Now, this doesn't mean that you do anything. Take maybe an object that reminds you of this burden that you were carrying and safely smash it without anybody around, away from everybody. Or write your troubles down on a piece of paper and safely burn it. But do it in a way that's not going to scare anyone, that's not going to wreck anyone else's property. Whatever it is around you, maybe you just go through your entire house and be like, this person is being very harmful to me, and I don't need a visual reminder of them, so you take them out, right? And then you make sure that all of the visual reminders in your environment are taken out, okay? Then you get to decide when you step into their energy. You get to decide what you will and will not allow. Okay, that's very empowering, just by removing their energy and their visual reminders from your environment. Okay, so that might be a thing too. It's just a simple removal. Donate it, put it in the garbage, burn it, whatever you got to do. Do it in a safe way. I've taken old plates and just thrown them in the trash bin. There's nothing wrong with anger, but if you can harness it and transmute it into something positive, so that way your life upgrades rather than you smashing